Yeah, peace to you. Yeah, I just want to explain that God's name is basically the same in all faiths. So here is the evidence. Let's start by trying to identify what God's name is, because God's name is not God. You see, God is an English word that basically has no meaning, but is representative. So what's God's name? Here we are gonna. This is the Passion of Christ, Mel Gibson's movie, and we are gonna listen to what God's name is right here in a minute. So anytime you wanna find out the pronunciation, you can hear it from here. This guy on the cross is gonna mention it. All right. I believe you heard that. He screamed. He was like, Ilahi, Ilahi. All right. So that's Ilahi, and it's written in the Lost Gospel. It's written in the Bible in different ways. So you sometimes you see Eli, Eli, Eloi, Elohim. All these are theological derivatives. I'll show you how they come about. But you heard the pronunciation. It's Ilahi, Ilahi, which is exactly what the Muslims or Arabs say. Ilahi, Allah, Allah, Ilahi. It's the same name. God has one name. It's universal. He has several beautiful names, but he has his name is basically common. He has names common, to all faith. Right, so right now I'm on understandingchrist.com. So you can always go to understandingchrist.com to research some things that's pertaining to Christian side of information. Alright, so here I'm gonna open up another place where you can hear the pronunciation of God's name. It's a Bible lexicon, uh, and it also has you can also listen to God's name being pronounced on it. So if you go here, oops, thank you. Somewhere here, this is the when you look for God's name in the Bible in the encyclopedia, you get this Elah, Elah, which is how it is, and you can pronounce it. All right, I guess you all heard that. All right. So Allah, it's that's basically what it is. Allah, 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 Ilahi. It's all the same. It's God's name. So let's go a step further to the Bible Encyclopedia to see exactly how this name came about and what those other what the other names are. So on understandingchrist.com on the same topic, God has a most personal name. After the one where you can click the Bible crosswalk to listen to it again, you have International Standard Bible Encyclopedia, which basically, let me just open that website here. It basically tells you God's names in the Bible. So you have God's most personal names. This is so you have God's personal names, and His most personal name. If you come to if you scroll down, you'll see his most personal names, and his most personal names are Elohim, the absolute or personal names of God in the Old Testament. So you have Elohim, you have Eloah, So basically, they now try to find out how these names got derived. So they said in this group of Semitic languages, you have deity Elohim, and the same variety derivation is attributed to Elohim. We see most probably Ul, which is to be strong. BDB interprets Ul as strong. Basically, and it goes on to say the one in front of the flock, Elah, prominent terebinth, derived from Allah, to be strong. It occurs in many more ancient names, and like Elohim is used for pagan gods. Because different people take God's name and use it for other things. But basically, most people believe in what it being derived from Allah. That it's the same. It says it's represented by the in Babylonian Ilu and the Arabic Allah. So it's the same. There's some people just try to create divisions between Muslims and Christians and everything. And the Jews know the name; they know it quite right. Muslims know the name, but basically most Christians have forgotten, even though that's what it is in most Bible encyclopedia. But nobody looks that far, and people just don't even know that this is what God's name is everywhere. The funny thing is, even in old Bibles, it used to be written that way. And this is like an old Bible. This is on understandingchrist.com, and you see right here, Elohim, sometimes Elah or Allah, English form English form God, the first of the three primary names of deity, El, strength, to be strong, from Allah, Allah, to swear. So, it used to be there, but if you look at a new Bible, boom, they took it out and they replaced it with Elohim, because some people just wanted to create some division and separation, and just try to make it seem as if Muslims and Christians are so far apart, whereas we are all brothers. So it's the El, when you have Eli, Eloi, Eloi, all those funny things in the Bible, those are theological derivatives. The root word is Allah or Elah, and they just derive these other names so that you don't know where it is. So there was because of guarding the commandment, the Jews at a point they struggled to hide God's name, and then you have the Tetramageddon, or what's that thing called? I can never pronounce it right, but the Yahweh, when you say Yahweh, of course it's not Jehovah, because J is a new word, the Anglo-Saxon, Norman Saxon, whatever, period. That's when the J was formed, and the V, so it's not Jehovah, that's not the word. It's Yahweh, because these J and V are new 500-year-old word letters. Yahweh is the same as the Arabic Yahuwah. Yahuwah. Yahuwah, Yah is an exclamation, it's Yah, oh, and Hua is he, oh, he. So it's God's name too. It's the same name, Muslims, Arabs, say it, Yahuwah, Yahuwah, Yahweh. God's name is basically the same. Hindus have the same, the same name. Allah, Yahweh, Yahuwah, you have the same name. You find it, in Africa, you find, Yorubas have, the name. All over the world you have the same name basically for God. So it's good for us to come together and recognize how things are similar, and not be fooled by people who just try to distort things so that we lose our identity and lose our mutual love and respect and coexistence, which we all stem from the same thing basically. Okay, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.